It feels like Everglow never left. From the familiar sound to the fact that this looks like it came straight out of 3rd gen.
땡땡 코코츠.
Now, Everglow debuted in 2019, and some consider this 4th gen. We can argue about it to the death in the comments. I'm totally down for that. When did 2nd gen start? When did 3rd gen start? Are we actually in 5th gen? We are. Dispute me below, it makes me feel alive. But whatever, 2019 4th gen, fair, right? However, I feel like the style that they debuted with was typically 3rd gen coded, which is also not uncommon because when you think of K-pop generations, there's not like a clear line in the sand that is drawn. If you think of 2nd gen K-pop groups going into 3rd gen, I mean, in 3rd gen K-pop groups like BAP and BTS, you still have the eyeliner from 2nd gen, but then as we go further into 3rd gen, you start losing that eyeliner, but you still had it at the beginning because that was a very 2nd gen thing. Just like 4th gen really prioritized teen crush, but at the beginning of 4th gen, of course, there still was a lot of girl crush concepts, which everyone got sick of, hence the prioritization of teen crush, which also everyone got sick of, hence the prioritization of boring core, which I think is going to be 5th gen's thing. But back to Everglow, of course, I feel like they've always really maintained this kind of 3rd gen sounding identity, which of course Slay, if it had been released 5 years ago, I feel like it would have totally fit in. But if you think about it, amongst 5th gen's boring core, if you release something that's very 3rd gen coded, despite the fact that it was overdone back then, it actually stands out more today. Do you understand where I'm going? So let us take a look at Everglow's first comeback in 624 days. And just for scale, 624 days is actually 18 years in K-pop time. So let's see what we think about the music video, the song, why it's familiar, and everything in between. And don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have, okay? So the music video for Slay, though it doesn't have any discernible storyline, the look of it and everything felt like a time capsule. Again, if this was released 5 years ago, I think it would have not really stood out. It would have fit in. I wouldn't have questioned it. In fact, if this had come out to be like an unreleased Everglow song that they're finally releasing now, I wouldn't even be surprised. It feels very 3rd gen coded, very Everglow. Even though you might consider them a 4th gen group, we can acknowledge the 3rd gen vibes, right? But again, it definitely feels like a time capsule, even down to the glowy sparkling effects, which was so popular to use back then. I remember like those 90s sparkle edits were all the rage. You could find it quite a bit in music videos. And even the array of outfits being used, from the colorful typical girl crush outfits to the neutral versions, which I think is something we saw a lot in promotional stages. We'd often kind of see these sultry combat-esque outfits in an array of colors, and then we'd always have like that neutral colored stage. I don't know how to explain it. This just feels like a period piece, which I don't mind. As a 2nd gen girly, I love loud, colorful, and terrible styling, which I'm not saying that's what we saw in the music video, but it is colorful and stands out amongst, again, 5th gen's boring core, which I've yet to really notice a stage this year where the styling really wowed me. On that note, even Mia's hair. I love Mia's short hair. It feels so fun and fresh. And I feel like it's been a while since a female idol rocked this type of look. So let me know your favorite examples in the comments. I totally didn't give up on this video Change Shirt Sleeve for a while, only to come back because I thought that the beginning of this video was kind of really philosophical and deep and you needed to hear it, right? How could I just scrap that? Sorry, Asha really stole my heart in this, to be honest. Is it offensive to say someone has legs for days? Like, I just don't want to cross any lines here. And I know, like I did 4 years ago, I'm gonna get comments about how her name is not actually pronounced Asha, even though she herself pronounces it as Asha because it's inspired by the word Asia. So let's not blame me for using the pronunciation that she uses, despite her using the spelling that is often associated with a different type of pronunciation. I feel like you should take that up with Yahoo Entertainment. Not me, save me the trouble. I digress. On that note, I truly did not recognize you, and I'm not saying like I was the biggest Everglow fan to begin with from the start, though I did really heavily follow their career since debut. So I feel like I should have recognized her, but I swear when I first saw that teaser, I literally had the thought that I've never seen this woman in my entire life. Now, it could be just the mere fact that they've been gone for almost 2 years, because I also looked at other members and I'm like, oh, I literally know your name and I feel like I've seen you before, but like I don't remember how I know you. Like, it's been 89 years, you know? You're bound to forget, okay? But anyways, the music video did seem quite in line with a lot of their other music videos. If we want to go and start comparing it to other music videos in particular, we could bring up the old SM trope where they're filming in like a white box, which now seems to be a YG trope out of all companies. YG used to have beautiful storyline filled music videos, and now everything is just white backgrounds. I don't know what happened, but welcome to 5th gen, baby. Wait, welcome to 5th gen, baby. That wasn't I should have known the first time to do it, you know? Let's talk about the dance. So from what I could see of the dance, I felt like it was very reminiscent of a boy group dance. And I kind of like it when Everglow do this because it's a bit out of the norm. You can let me know if there are groups who tend to do this as well in the comments below. But I've really noticed it with Everglow, particularly starting with First, which was apparently choreographed by the same by the same team that choreographed for AT's VV Trippin', because they have a video of it on their channel. And I remember discovering this twice. You ever discover something once, you forget about it, then you discover it again, and you're literally shocked. Someone said, Angelina, that's literally called just remembering something. No, because you don't remember that you remembered it. It's like discovering it twice for the first time, okay? It's not remembering. I'm not that stupid, okay? So I was like, oh my God, AT's choreographer choreographed First. When I learned this eventually, which may or not have been the second time, it all clicked together because I remember watching the choreography for First and thinking that Mia's parts really remind me of San from AT's. Down to the very movements, I think they were promoting at the same time as well, and it was very easy to make the comparison, but it just felt very boy group-like in nature. Likewise in Slay, it does have these boy group elements to it as well, which I always think is quite fun. It kind of spices things up a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I love girl group dances. Those are the dances that I tend to learn. I prefer girl group dances. It's just like a fun little vibe to add to it, I would say, because the killing point in Slay is really this hip movement, like the swaying of the hips, which I feel is a boy group equivalent of the butt dance, because I'm trying to think of boy groups doing butt dances, but all I'm seeing are hips. I'm trying to think of girl groups doing hip dances, and all I'm seeing are butts here. So that's what I'll say about the dance of it all. Let's take a little look. Actually, I'll do it on my phone because I'll just screen record something. It's fine. They did release a performance, so we can check that out very briefly. Everglow forever, let's go. Got no time for haters. I swear each time I think I'm listening to Adios. Let's just see. I'm gonna skip a lot. Don't crucify me. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still very much a girl group dance, right? But there's just like a couple of moves that I thought stood out. That move in particular. Ooh, I'm trying to think because I remember doing like all boy group dances are the same, all girl group dances are the same. And there was just a way that boy groups would like kind of get out of the way. And it was more in that style. And I'm trying to remember what girl groups did in place of that. Here we go. That's not quite it, actually. It's coming. The dinosaur hand things? I feel like ATs do that a lot. I'd be curious if the same team that choreographed AT's dances choreographed Slay as well, because they did First. The hip move. Do you see it? So if you guys know who choreographed this, I would love to know. But let's talk about the song. So I came across this TikTok. When you find out you wrote the single for Everglow, come back and your K-pop dreams come true all at once. So this is Lam. Oh, I'm Dyson Music. Like Lam Dyson? I need to know more. We need to know more I Am Dyson Music. It's always fun to see the behind the scenes, what the writers have to say about the song, some like little details like, oh, the original lyric was this, but we changed it to this. I always love hearing that stuff. So I'll keep my eyes peeled. As for the song itself, again, I have a similar thing to say about like the song as I do the music video, because it's very similar in the sense that if it was released 5 years ago, I feel like, you know, it wouldn't really, I mean, they hadn't even debuted 5 years ago, but it would fit within the girl crush scene. And had they not taken an almost 2-year hiatus, it would just fit very perfectly amongst their discography. And hearing the teaser of it, I was so excited because it's Everglow. We love Everglow. Everglow don't have a bad title track, and they're bringing back what I feel, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I do end of month reviews all the time. So I'm trying to think of this in like a statistical way. Is it really that K-pop is becoming boring core in the most loving way possible? We love new jeans. I don't think new jeans are boring. It's just like simple core, basic core, back to basic core. Not in a mean way or anything. It's just songs are tending to be a little bit more simple, don't you think? Is it really that K-pop is going really in that direction, or just the big groups are, the ones that I notice are? So I'm trying to think about that. So the sea of what I'm interpreting as a lot of mellow songs, it was really exciting to see like this third gen kick to come back, na 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 na, which I actually thought were D sounds, like a repetition of a D sounding song, which again was so 2019, dum dum dum. Don Diddy Don, plenty more. Leave all the D songs below. With that in mind, let's take a look at the lyrics. And do people still, I know people do still say slay, but I think it also had its moment in 2019 as well. Did it? I don't know. Oh, of course. I mean, I could read it to you in Korean, just can't translate it that well. Get out your seats now. 저 둠 so dangerous. 무심하게 길을 비켜, right? Let's go for English. The intro, chorus, slay, yeah, okay. Verse 1, get out your seats now. The darkness, so damn dangerous. Get out the way, all right. Here in the universe, steady, raise the flag, ready. They've had flags in the music video. I don't know. Making them. Wow, coming in loud. Endless dark night. You'll get to know the damage, baby. I'm a savage. So there's a lot of imagery of darkness. That's what I'm getting from this. Then pre-chorus, me and my girls are about to blow your mind. Yeah, conquer here. Yeah, start deal for the unknown world. I'll reveal its chandelier. I was curious about that. I thought it was quite random within the lyrics. Maybe it just rhymes. Here, chandelier. Then, of course, the na, eyes on us, nobody does it better. Yeah, light it up, all my girls, feeling on top of the world. It feels like quite reminiscent. What was that song? They were dun, where they're all in the icy thing. Because they also say, like, all my girls. I'm trying to think of the lyrics. But anyways, feeling on top of the world, the way we move it side to side. We shining like diamonds and pearls. We about to show you how all my girls slay. Very similar empowering message that we're used to from Everglow. Slay, sexy, cool, break the rules. Attitude every day. Verse 2, I rise anew at the end of my suffering. This is my own key. I live fiercely at the edge of destruction. This is my own free. Okay. Key free. You know what? I'm the crown, so don't you waste my time. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping its killer tonight. Then, of course, the repetition of all that. The bridge. Find me in the thick fog. I know this is the good thing. I want time for the chance, my own pace. I want to go higher, fly away, gotta go. I'm doing what I want. I'm never gonna stop. The world I dreamed of. Slay, slay. We came here to slay. I can see this being not meme material, if that makes sense. How do I express this? You know how some lyrics just kind of go viral. They're not necessarily a meme, but people kind of use them as a meme. Maybe meme material, but not in a bad way or anything. I think you guys understand what I mean by that. Like, more viral material. We came here to slay. I feel like I'm going to read that a lot in a lot of comment sections. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the song so far. As usual, you can wait until my end of month review to see where I would place these songs alongside aespa's Better Things, which are also filmed on the same day today and releasing on the same day today. So you guys get 2 uploads today. So I asked you guys in my community tab, what do you think of Everglow's Slay? So let's read what you guys have to say. That was lame. I'm sorry. I'll see myself out. I loved it. I think it's a song Everglow needed to put out. It doesn't follow the musical trends and it stays true to their original sound. Very glad that Everglow is back. The wait is worth it. This is everything I could ever want from Everglow. And I miss having girl crush like this in K-pop now. They just know how to do it, man. Everglow slayed. Maybe the 2-year hiatus was probably super beneficial to them. I say that with absolutely no facts to back this up whatsoever. But just, had they done it straight after Pirate, it probably would have gone under the radar. But again, because we're entering 5th gen, and 5th gen is more simplistic, and they're doing their regular unchanged concept, it does stand out in a way, doesn't it? Yes, a big yes for me. This song is really Everglow coded. It's their sound, and no one does it like them. I'm glad they're still reviving the hard girl crush concept. The song distribution is one of their most fairest. The song is absolutely stunning. The vocals as usual. We got more rap verse, EU slayed. What can I say about the bridge? It's always the best thing about Everglow's song. Chorus is super catchy. My problem here is the music video. I don't know if they wanted to go with this minimalistic kind of music video or they ran out of budget because Pirate was such an eye-pleasing music video. Maybe it's because the spoilers, that music video seems nothing new. I don't know. Also, can we talk about the length of every song? The song is 3 minutes and 45 seconds long, which is quite rare these days. Min Hee-jin is shaking. Oh my god. Anyways, all songs are great on the album. We love the quality, and I hope we get many more songs coming sooner than expected. Slay. This comment. I loved it. The vibes, the music video, everything. It's so nostalgic, like a time capsule almost. You're reading my thoughts. I hope they keep coming back with tracks like this. Great comeback. It shows their power and that they did not fall into the simplicity that is on K-pop now, but stood to their concept. It slayed very hard. I kind of miss this type of K-pop music, and the girls delivered. Also, Mia lines, slay. They literally slayed. I'm telling you, that's all we're gonna hear is the revival of slay. I feel like people still, use the word slay, but I feel like it's going to be used even more so now. They literally slayed. However, I'm not really sold on every part of the song. The post-chorus just doesn't work for me, but the entire song together just works well. Congrats on coming back, Everglow. Everglow forever, let's go. Ha! Okay. I love it. I know people say girl crush concepts are overused or boring, but I feel like we haven't gotten a proper girl crush concept in such a long time, so I really loved this song. In my opinion, at first listen, it didn't feel as impactful compared to the other title tracks, but after I listened to Slay more, it began to grow on me as this song is so Everglow, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. There was only 3 I overshot. Like, it has their sound. It's not my number 1 favorite title track. Ill? What's ill? Does that stand for something? But I am so happy. No, I don't. If you just meant now, I'm sorry. I don't know if it will mean something. Ill Urban Dictionary. I don't mean to be. I was like, oh my God, okay. Yes. I've literally never seen that before. I was like, it's not my number 1 favorite title track. I was like, no, I don't know. It's not my number 1 favorite title track, Ill, but I'm so happy to see them back, and it's a great release. Also, this is definitely Asha's era. She stood out to me so much during the music video. I do find the music video somewhat cheap or low budgeted, especially in comparison to La Di Da, First, and Pirate, but I can't wait to see more. La Di Da really stood out because it was in black and white, wasn't it? I feel like it was quite memorable. Slay is an electronic hip-hop genre that features lyrics that celebrate one's resolute spirit to pave and pioneer their own path, and I think that it was definitely a slay. And the fact that they are not following the trends of 5th gen and are keeping to their concept, which most groups don't do, it got stuck in my head after first listen, and I'm definitely adding it to my playlist. Ooh, I'm so glad they're back. I know this sounds weird, but Everglow and ATEEZ both give pirate pop to me, like if Pirates of the Caribbean type beeps were type, if Pirates of the Caribbean type beeps, I keep saying beeps, oh my God, beats were K-popified. Anyway, slay. I loved it. I don't know why people say girl crush is overdone. Can we name 5 groups who are doing girl crush right now? Like a proper girl crush sound. So glad they came back with their typical sound. Right now, I can't think of anybody at all. In my opinion, the song is fine for what it is. Slave is not by any means a triumph return for Everglow, but it is not a lackluster comeback either. The production is punchy, the melodies are sticking to one's head, the hooks are pretty strong, and the energy feels of the song is there. However, I wish it could have been stronger in all those mentioned aspects. The girls looked amazing except for Mia, because I don't know why they decided that a short-haired Mia would turn into a stellar look, at least not for me. The music video looks pretty low on budget too. With the song titled Slay, the music video should have been much more aesthetically outstanding and memorable, given this is Everglow's first comeback in almost 2 years. Last but not least, the B-sides Make Me Feel and Oh Mama God are pretty good. Overall, this comeback is good for what it is, although I'm quite disappointed with it in certain aspects of things. Fair enough. The jury is still out for the song. I guess I had high expectations since it's been a long wait, but I guess it's going to be a grower since the melody keeps repeating in my head. As for the music video, it gave me so much second gen SM vibes. Just add a sepia filter and it could pass as Neurotic or Lucifer. We're literally one together. We're one in the same. Oh, the delayed of the music video killed the hype views. A lot of fans and non-fans waited for this. I'm just disappointed towards the company, but the song slayed. I was wondering because I woke up at 6 a.m. Well, I woke up at midnight and I watched aespa's music video. But then I didn't finish the music videos. And I'm like, my sleepy self was like, you have to watch the rest of it. So then I watched the rest of it. Then I couldn't really sleep. But then I woke up at 6 a.m. and the music video had come out. No, I woke up at 6:30 and the music video came out like 30 minutes ago. And I was like, shouldn't have been out like an hour ago? So it was delayed. What happened? Do we know? Was there a statement? It's super duper Everglow coded. The only issue I have is the lack of the infamous Everglow before the first verse and the insane dance breaks in the end. It totally wasn't their strongest title track or album, but it was good either way. Oh, well, I rated 8 out of 10. The wait wasn't worth it, to be honest. The girls are as talented as always. The vocals were good, the choreography, the music video, etc. It's simply not my taste, but taste is subjective and there's no superior or inferior taste. You're totally right. The song was so good, but I feel like the unfair line distribution is still a big problem. I know Mia is the leader, but does it mean she should have always too much screen timelines and center position in the choreography? Everyone in the group should shine equally. I don't think she's the leader. I think it's Shishan, isn't it? So that is basically it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to leave down in the comments below what you think of this song, this release as a whole. If you think that Everglow are bringing back 3rd gen in an otherwise sea of boring back to basic 5th gen core, or do you think it's outdated and they should have done something different? Do you think it should have been bigger and better given how long they've been, I want to say disbanded. No, what's the word? On hiatus. Let me know. Let's have a discussion about this. As for me, I'm going to get going. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.